guys, it's Spiritual Muse here, aka Crystals of Quartz. Most people just call me Sid. So I'm here today to talk to you about the full moon in Taurus, which is happening on Tuesday, and that is at 5:34 a.m. PST or 2:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time here in New York. So, the full moon in Taurus. So Taurus is it's an earth sign, so it's a grounded sign. We think of the bull as sometimes being a little bit stubborn, but in general, the energy is earthy and it's steady. So this is normally a pretty comfortable full moon, especially for Tauruses themselves. So it's a good time for grounding and completing long-term goals. And Mercury's in retrograde, so this is actually Mercury's in retrograde because it's going to actually help us create to finish the long-term goals that we have created in our lives. So instead of worrying about little tiny things that you're trying to create right now and that pop into your head at this exact moment, think about the things you've been working on for a long time, the 5-year plan type of things, and think about the long term. And that'll be a really powerful time to sort of complete these things, and you're going to actually maybe be able to look back and be like, wow, I actually did a lot of those things already, or I'm super close. And if not, you can help to make yourself take steps that are going to get you even closer. So you want to ask yourself things like this around a full moon in Taurus. You want to ask yourself, have I been lazy? Have I been too self-indulgent? Have I been obsessed with money or status? Have I been stubborn like the bull? And have I done enough exercise? Have I been eating healthy? These kinds of things. It's a time when we want to think about our physical bodies, right? And how we're caring for this temple that walks our spirit through this world, right? So some other stuff that's going on during this full moon is that Taurus is opposite of Mercury. Now, we know Mercury's in retrograde, so this can cause some communication problems if we're not being careful. But because of some other really positive aspects that are happening during this full moon and the fact that it's good for completing long-term goals, I don't want you to dwell on that, right? Because it's opposite Mercury, but it can actually end up being a positive thing. If we're just a little bit more careful, we choose our words a little more carefully, it can be really positive. So, understanding and communication of our feelings is a really important thing at this time. And an inner conflict between our thoughts and feelings can arise. So just be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and allow yourself time to work through any emotions that come up. You might want to take some time to be alone at this time if you feel like you're going to communicate poorly, or spend time with people you look up to, mentors, teachers, just people that make you feel really good and bubbly inside when you're around them, people that make you feel like a better person. Because those are the people that are going to help you during this full moon to achieve these long-term goals. Not only that, but to just have a better communication during this time. We also have the full moon trine Saturn, which is helpful when it comes to making important decisions. So important decisions are going to also help to make these long-term goals possible. And the full moon sextile Neptune is a great time for occult activities, and our intuition is going to be heightened. So all of these things make it very, very positive. And there's more, okay? We also have Saturn sextile Neptune, and that is possible to help us bring about financial gain or material gains from spiritual pursuits. So if your long-term goals involve anything to do with a spiritual business or, just manifesting more money, this can be a really positive time for that too. And not lastly, there's 2 more things, but the full moon is also trine to Pluto, and that's helpful for stopping bad habits. So that's a really powerful thing because in full moons, we always want to think about the things we can release. So if you have any bad habits, really dig deep, really use the energy of this moon to dig your heels deeply into the past and dig up some things that have been sort of holding you back or things that you keep repeating. Any type of bad habit in your life, now is going to be a powerful time to release these things. So then we also have Mars sextile Jupiter, which is about strength, success, and courage. So all of these things bring about a really positive full moon. And if we can work with positive communication and thinking about our goals and also thinking about the things that we can release, including bad habits, it's going to skyrocket us to creating the lives that we want. So this is very, very powerful earthy moon. It's also a good time to just appreciate the body and take a time, do a little ritual for that. I'm having a full moon circle on Tuesday night, and we're going to be doing a little ritual for that as well. So I would just like to end by reading an excerpt by someone named Alexis J. Cunningfolk, and here it goes. Taurus moons call us to get back in our bodies and grounded in our lives. It's a time to engage with our physicalness and to honor our bodies as filters of our consciousness and the sacred temples of our souls. Taurus invites us to view our body as a garden in all of its softness, sharp thorns, and wild parts, and diverse edges, where we can be unapologetically in love with our queerness and weirdness and wisdom. Unflashy and often stubborn, Taurus has an incredibly deep-rooted vitality, something that all of us can tap into when a Taurus moon takes to the night. A guardian of the throat, neck, thyroid gland, and metabolic system, our natal Taurus helps us to understand what is and is not energizing to our systems and how we express ourselves with the energy we have. During a Taurus full moon, it's auspicious to weed out scarcity complexes, and feelings of unworthiness, instead choosing to reconnect to our bodies in radically affirming ways. So really take some time to appreciate your body and all that it does for you during this full moon. If you do nothing else, just take some time to thank your body, maybe exercise a little, maybe feed yourself some really good foods, and just get down to worshiping your body, because your body does amazing things for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching another one of my moon videos, and I always enjoy making these. So if you have any other ideas of different types of videos you want to see, just comment below or DM me on Instagram at Crystals of Quartz, and just let me know what kind of things you want to see. And if you're in the Greenwood Lake area, stop by this Tuesday between 7 and 8 for a little ritual time with me. It is only donation based, so if you don't have a donation to give, that's totally fine. Just come on by and just bring your bad self, and we will do some cool stuff together, working to release and also working to just love on our bodies with a nice little ritual. So I hope you guys all have a beautiful full moon, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.